Welcome back, free thinkers. In part one of this foundational video series, I'm going to be talking about the inspiration for the name of this channel, how it's affected me over the last 30 years in a positive way, and how it's so important in moving forward to creating a better human condition and future for our world.
Because once you know how the mind works, you can control it, and once you can control it, you can focus it. You can't focus or concentrate something you don't understand.
Okay, let's get started. What is Kaizen and why is it important? And why on earth would I name a YouTube channel Kaizen and the Pursuit of Truth? Those questions will be answered by the end of this video today. First of all, Kaizen is a Japanese philosophy, ideology of essentially good change. The two characters together mean continual improvement. I first learned about this way back in 1992 when I was a junior in college. I picked up a copy of Tony Robbins' Awaken the Giant Within. The way he taught it is a little bit different, a little bit more in depth, and that's what I'm going to be getting into in this video, because that's the way I learned it, and that's what I've applied to my life. So again, I learned this in college because in college, obviously, we're all in a completely different mind frame. Our whole future's ahead of us, and we want to get whatever edge we can on the world. What I realized after learning all this stuff and getting into the corporate world was that I just didn't fit in the corporate world, and it completely crushed my soul. So I left the corporate world after about 5 years, and I focused on, instead of gaining material wealth, I decided to focus on gaining knowledge. And Kaizen had a lot to do with that and my understanding of this word. So we're going to go to the page in the book where he first mentions and talks about this, and basically you'll be able to get an understanding of how I learned this philosophy and applied it to my life in the way that it was taught to me. So comes up in page 96 of Awaken the Giant Within. The highlighted text here says, the beliefs that we hold in business and in life control all of our decisions and therefore our future. And I've been talking about this in all of my work for the last couple of years, is that our beliefs are what create our reality. Because we're going to act on what we believe in to be in our own best interest. And so therefore, it does control all of our decisions, therefore our future. Now, if your beliefs are not based in objective reality or truth, you're going to be led astray, and you're ultimately going to pay negative consequences for acting on those false beliefs. One of the most important beliefs that you and I can adopt is a belief that in order to succeed and be happy, we've got to be constantly improving the quality of our lives, constantly growing and expanding. That's exactly what Kaizen is. It's the idea of never stop growing, never stop learning, always getting better, 1% better every day, always striving to learn more, seek more truth, and truly understand the nature of our reality. And if you find something wrong with it, doing everything you can in your power to help change it for the better. In Japan, they understand this principle well. In fact, in Japanese business, there is a word that is used constantly in discussions about business or relationships. That word is Kaizen. This word literally means constant improvement, and the word is constantly used in their language. As a result, they're constantly looking at how to improve. By the way, Kaizen is based on the principle of gradual improvement, simple improvements. But the Japanese understand that tiny refinements made daily begin to create compounded enhancements at a level that most people would never dream of. So it's like stacking bricks on a house. When you first start with that first row, it looks like it's never going to be done, but eventually you have a house that's built and you can live in it. And that's the whole ideology behind all of my work that I've done with the Freedom Project over the last couple of years. Amazingly, but not surprisingly, we have no equivalent word for Kaizen in English. And he goes on to say, the more he began to realize the impact of Kaizen in the Japanese business culture, he realized that it was an organizing principle that made a tremendous impact in his own life. His commitment to constantly improve, to constantly raise his own standards for quality of life is what's kept him happy and successful. He realized that we all need a word to anchor ourselves to the focus of constant and never-ending improvement. And this is where he kind of loses me. Instead of just saying, how about we adopt this idea or principle of Kaizen, he has to go and make up a word and trademark it, which I thought was a little strange. I'm just going to continue to use the word Kaizen because, as you'll see, his word is a little wonky. As a result of this understanding, I created a simple mnemonic, pronounced kunai or kunai. I can only imagine that having it spelled C-A-N-I, if you pronounce it as it looks, it would be pronounced can-I. And in Tony Robbins' mind, that would essentially be a question of doubt. Can I? And if you use that mnemonic over and over again, you would create doubt and you would never accomplish anything. So he chose to pronounce it in a different way, which is a silly word. It was trademarked, but it never caught hold. So again, I'm just going to use Kaizen because I love it. It's a beautiful word and beautiful characters and a beautiful meaning. I believe that the level of success we experience in life is in direct proportion to the level of our commitment to Kaizen, to constant and never-ending improvement. And that's how I learned it. I learned it as constant and never-ending improvement. This is the essence of Kaizen. And I applied that to my life over 30 years ago. And the results over 30 years have shown, because people look at me now and most people perceive me to be decades younger than my biological age. And that's all because of this idea of constant and never-ending improvement. Constantly seeking to improve myself, better myself, seek truth, apply truth, and ultimately what I've learned is align with natural law. And I'm going to be getting into that in tomorrow's video about natural law. Kaizen is a true discipline. It can't just be practiced every once in a while when you feel like it. It must be a constant commitment backed up by action. The essence of Kaizen is gradual, even minute, continuous improvement that over the long term sculpts a masterpiece of colossal proportions. And again, when I keep talking about we have to stop talking about the problems in the world, if we start talking about the solutions and focusing on the solutions and understanding natural law and learning critical thinking skills, and we start sharing this with everyone, we will begin to build that better world. But if we're focused on talking about the problems all the time, or just focused on ourselves and seeing what we can do to survive instead of helping all of society and all of civilization ascend to higher levels, then we're not living in Kaizen. We're not seeking to improve. Because if you're only seeking to improve yourself, you're still in a system that's ultimately designed to enslave all of humanity. And once enough people get enslaved, that cancer is going to close in and engulf you as well. And it's going to engulf everybody. So we have to begin working together in unison and start moving towards a better reality. So that's why this channel is called Kaizen in the Pursuit of Truth. Because it's all about this idea of constant and never-ending improvement, about learning every day, about asking the right questions and seeking the right answers, and then aligning with that truth. Because truth, as I say all the time, is all that matters. If you have any belief that you operate on or you act on that's outside of objective truth, chances are you're going to suffer a negative consequence. And that's how natural law works. But again, I'll be getting into that tomorrow. Continuing here. The only true security in life comes from knowing that every single day you are improving yourself in some way. that you are increasing the caliber of who you are and that you are valuable to your company, your friends, and your family. And I would add the rest of the world, society. I don't worry about maintaining the quality of my life because every day I work on improving it. I constantly strive to learn and to make new and more powerful distinctions about ways to add value to other people's lives. And again, that's what I'm doing with this channel. I'm seeking to add value to everyone's life that comes across these videos, that hopefully you'll learn something that you can apply, adopt to your life, and apply to your life, and begin to break free of this false reality and paradigm that we've been stuck in our entire lives, essentially exiting the matrix. This gives me a sense of certainty that I can always learn, that I can always expand, that I can always grow. Kaizen doesn't mean you never experience challenges. In fact, you can only improve something if you realize that it's not quite right, that it's not yet at the level it should be. And again, that's what I've done. I completely internalized this philosophy 30 years ago, so that when I woke up 15 years ago, I did exactly this. I realized what was not quite right in this world and which things were not at the level that they should be. And I set out to change them. And everything that I've done over the last 15 years has been to build to a point where I can offer a solution to the world that is based fully in natural law, that if we all aligned behind it, it would create an incredible world for all of us. The purpose of Kaizen is to discover problems in the making and handle them before they become crises. After all, the best time to kill a monster is while it's still little. And again, we live in a world of massive monsters now. Things are out of control. The economy's out of control. Just everything. Society. And it's all been done by design by the social engineers. They know exactly what makes us tick. They know exactly how to create fear so that when we're in fear, we'll do whatever we're told so that we can be somehow taken out of this state of fear and that everything will be made all right. That's not their job to create fear. It's not their job to fix the fear. That's our job. But it's in creating the fear that they use to justify their existence. So how about we create a world in which we don't allow people to create fear anymore, and we just start building a world based in love and gratitude and hard work. That's my idea. Anyway, as an integral part of my personal commitment to Kaizen, at the end of each day, I ask myself these questions. What have I learned today? What did I contribute or improve? What did I enjoy? If every day you constantly improve your ability to enjoy your life, then you'll experience it at a level of richness most people never even dream of. And again, that's the world I want to create for everybody. And a lot of these gurus out there, they teach people how to just improve their lives. But if you're improving your life inside of a system that's ultimately designed to crush everybody, it doesn't matter how great your life is going to get or if you're living your best life. If the human condition is designed to enslave us, which it is, and I'll be getting into that in future videos, we have to do more than work on ourselves. We have to work on moving humanity, all of us together, towards a better future, towards a better system that will make the current one obsolete. And that's the foundation and core of all my work. So we're just going to get a little bit more into Kaizen and how it's used in practical sense. We're going to look at some teachings from the past, and I'm going to wrap this up. So the Kaizen approach to what I'm trying to do with my work is, that constant and never-ending improvement, looking for problems, offering solutions based in natural law, and then ultimately trying to implement them. I can't implement them on my own on a societal level. We need to create a critical mass. And again, that's the essence and goal of my work, is to create a critical mass large enough to break free of this paradigm that we're living in. So this first graphic here is the Kaizen cycle for continuous improvement. Kaizen requires identifying areas for improvement. And in today's world, that's pretty much everything that the government has its hand in. Creating solutions and plans for a rollout, and then cycling through the process again for other issues or issues that were inadequately addressed. And I'm going to be doing this with my video series, the 10-Minute Docs, and going through this cycle and showing you how we improve on the problems exposed in these documentaries and all these other things I'm going to be bringing up. So again, that's why I'm doing this foundational series, so you can understand once we get to those videos, oh, this is the foundation for what he's doing and what he's trying to explain and what he's doing with this video content. I understand, oh, the Kaizen part of this, the natural law aspect of this, the critical thinking aspect of this. That's why I'm going through these videos right now to explain the foundation of this knowledge so that you can better understand the videos that I'm going to be critiquing. So just real quickly here, get employees involved, get everyone involved, get society involved, because this is, everything we're facing is societal level. It's civilization-wide. It's every nation in this world is experiencing these same problems in lockstep. 2, gather a list of problems, encourage solutions, then an idea, test the solution, regularly measure and analyze the results. If successful, adopt the solution, and then repeat on an ongoing basis until all the problems have been resolved. And so that's what I've done with my Freedom Project work, is I've done these first 3 to 4. I'm having problems getting people involved because most people can't be bothered to go watch it. I've gathered the list of problems, I've encouraged solutions and ideas, but I haven't been able to test it because the testing phase will come when we hit critical mass. But again, the solutions that I'm proposing, once you compare them to the world we live in now and the current reality, if you really look at it, they'd be infinitely better than the world we live in now. So I say, why don't we try moving towards that instead of being mired in this morass that we talk about, this constantly complaining about the problems every single day. This is obviously a really old copy from somewhere, some book, or I don't know, I just found this graphic online, but I'm just going to read through this real quick. The 10 principles of a Kaizen. Number 1, say no to the status quo. Implement new methods and assume they will work. That's been the foundation for everything I've been doing for the last 2 years. I've been telling people we have to leave these legacy institutions of enslavement in the past if we're ever going to be free. We have to implement new methods and assume they will work. If we get enough people to say, hey, you know what, we're just going to leave, there's nothing they can do to stop us. If something is wrong, correct it. It's common sense. And again, how many things are wrong in this world right now? Just thousands. Things need to be corrected. They're not going to be corrected by representative democracy. They're not going to be corrected by government. They're not going to be corrected by corporations. They're going to be corrected by we the people, demanding a better life for ourselves. Not demanding that other people change them, but demanding a higher standard for all of us. Accept no excuses and make things happen. Yeah, I'm tired of excuses. People just complaining and saying there's nothing we can do. No, we have to make things happen if we want a better world. Improve everything continuously. This is an ongoing thing. We have to make the commitment to say, hey, we're going to get to this better world. This is what we need to do to get there. And then start taking those steps every single day of our lives. And the content I'm going to be putting out is going to show you how we do that. Abolish old traditional concepts. Again, I've been repeating that over and over again. We have to abolish the legacy institutions of enslavement because they're all institutions of enslavement. They were created to enslave us. And it's time to break free. Be economical, save money through small improvements, and spend to save money on further improvements. The entire economic system needs to change. I propose a whole new economic system based in natural law in all my work. Empower everyone to take part in problem solving. Before making decisions, ask why 5 times to get to the root cause. I'm I'm going to be getting into more of this in the trivium part of this foundational series about asking the critical thinking questions and really understanding what is the root cause of these problems. And honestly, a lot of them is us. We allow them to fester and manifest. So we have to change our mind. We have to change our perception about a lot of things that we believe in this world. Again, that's what this channel is about. I'm going to be exposing the problems, taking you through the Kaizen method, applying natural law and critical thinking to show you the self-evident solutions. Get information and opinions from multiple people. I'm open to feedback from everybody. I want to create a conversation that we can continue into the future and make it go worldwide so that we raise our consciousness to a point where we all say, you know what? Yeah, we're done. We're done with the system. We're ready to walk away into this new reality. And remember that improvement has no limits. Never stop trying to improve. I mean, the world that we could create if we focused our minds and set our minds on a better world is incredible. Everyone thinks that the world is great right now the way it is, and we got back to the new normal, but it's not. The lives that we could be living are so much better than what they are right now. And I'm going to show you how we can get there. So again, subscribe, like, share, and come along with me and everyone else on this journey. Kaizen is about unlocking human potential, changing methods, making small changes, and overcoming resistance to change. Again, this is the key. This is the key that I use to unlock my full potential. Constant and never-ending improvement. Identifying problems. And I'm going to be getting into this in the health and fitness part of this foundational series, is where the parts of my life where I realized that I wasn't eating the right things and I needed to change my diet and overcome that resistance. Make small changes and change my methods. I mean, this was all has to do with Kaizen. And again, this is something I learned way back in college as a junior in college, 30 years ago. And it's had a profound and powerful impact on my life. And it can have a profound and powerful impact on the entire world and everybody in it once they learn this ideology and apply it to themselves. And if we all apply it to our lives and we all apply it to society, there's no way that society can't change, and we will unlock our full potential. And finally, remember, small continuous changes lead to long-lasting improvements. And that's it. That's the key to all of this. We have to accept our challenge in this lifetime, in this world, that there are a lot of things wrong out there and that we have the power to change them. We are the ones we've been waiting for all along. We have to stop voting for representatives to take care of us or to tell us how to live our lives or to what we can and can't do. This entire paradigm is absurd if you want to truly be a free human being and experience and live your full potential in life. And Kaizen is the key to unlocking all of that. That is why I named this channel Kaizen and the Pursuit of Truth. Because if we adopt this ideology and we begin working and we start seeking truth, the closer we get to truth, the closer we are to freeing ourselves. And the better our lives will get, the more we align with natural law. Because natural law is all objective truth in existence. The better our lives, the human condition, our world, and our future will be. So, that's it. Thanks for watching part 1. Part 2 will be out tomorrow, and I'm going to be covering natural law. Thank you again for listening and watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And let's build this. Let's start thinking about that better world and working towards it. Apply Kaizen to everything you do in life, and we will get there. I love you all. Have a wonderful day, evening, wherever you are in the world, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.